new. It's gotta be like really, really new. It's gotta be, oh, hello. I'm Tim Schafer from video games. I was just trying to come up with a whole new term for world premiere because this edition of Day of the Devs has so many world premieres in it, more than we've ever had before, I think. I think it demands an entirely new term. Day of the Devs, as you know, is a curation committee finds and presents the best in new games for you, and also a chance to meet the developers who made them. So, while I'm working on this problem, you just sit back and enjoy Day of the Devs. Pro premiere. Lots of pro... No? Okay.
Ми якраз встигаємо на 18 годину наступна трансляція. Офігеть, ми на 18 годину ще встигаємо.
Hi, I'm Mark Essen. I'm the creative director and co-founder of Messhof. You might know us for our 2014 hit Nidhogg, which is a fencing tug-of-war.
А потім на 19 ми ще встигаємо.
More recently, we came out with Wheel World.
І ще на 20-ту встигаємо.
Racing game about saving the world. I love making games. I've been making games since I was probably 15 years old. It's something I do for fun.
Коротше, да, дійсно. Розробники будуть розказувати про свої проекти, про те, як вони знайшли себе в тій індустрії, напевно.
Which is how Blood Dungeon was created.
А як він, блядь, стріляє на... Бля, це максимально опорута гра, це піздець.
I really missed like animation and just being able to hand animate pixels, and so it was fun to just churn them out, make lots and lots of silly little characters and enemies and stuff. And I think the game turned out really fun. There's a handful of arenas to explore. You'll unlock over 100 weapons. It's like these other Survivor games you've probably played where you're kiting the enemies and they're sort of following you in a big mass. But in this game, you're in a maze as well, a maze with gravity.
О, все є. Перепідключення. Що я буду грати, це зоряні війни, але їх раніше вже показували. Тому небагато зацінив. Зараз я не бачу. Відкілля. Та я теж від Кілі щось взагалі ніхіра не зацінив. Ну тільки Resident Evil, Вероніка. І все, ну типу, бля, що я там ще пам'ятаю? Assassin's Creed, Black Flag. Що там ще?
Hello, I'm Andres Bordi.
ММОшки, Айон 2 і Cold Wars 3. Бля, ну нічого я не зацінив. Final Fantasy оце в кінці. Да, зоряні війни я побачив. Як там, Zero Point? Покрокова стратегія війни клонів.
That's right. These insane madmen actually put in a live-action horror movie made by a professional production company and an award-winning special effects team right here in their Pixelburg game.
А, Zero Company, а не Point. Ясно. А який шоукейс наступний має бути якийсь, ну, типа, ахуєнним, типа. Окрім того, що Кілі. Xbox, походу. Xbox має бути ще.
Tenebra Somnia has classic survival horror gameplay that you would remember from games like Resident Evil, but it has this super retro, chunky pixel aesthetic. And in order to survive, Julia has to solve puzzles and collect items and also manage her consumables if she's going to make it through. So, once I was playing Faith on streaming, and I said, I would like to do something like this. Yeah, and in 2023, Dave Autry came to me with the trailer for Tenebra Somnia, and he said, hey, I want you to check this out, and let me know if you think this would be a good title for us to publish.
So I had known Andres and Tobias and the guys at Cybot Studios down in Argentina for quite a long time, and I knew how much Faith inspired Tenebra
Future Game
Somnia.
Show ще прикольно,
So I said,
да-да-да.
guys, there's really only one way we're making this game, and that's if Airdor
Xbox
signs
Game
on as
Showcase
executive producer.
7 червня, наче. 19:00 або ще не точно. Ага, Xbox 19. PC Gaming Show, але щось воно мені не дуже подобається. Ну і все, типа, захуєних. А так, то я все буду дивитись. Я маю весь повний список прям. Я твій список взяв собі. І ще знайшов більше шоукейсів. Типа на оті 4 дня, що зараз воно триває. Я буду прям все дивитись. Вчора пододавав ігри. Дякую, що ти поскидав лінки, до речі. По тим лінкам я пододавав. А потім вже зрозумів, як знайти ігри з третього шоукейсу. В самому ж стімі, типа, воно само вибиває зверху. Там Access Ability, Game Showcase. Я з цього теж пододавав собі. Да, зручніше зразу, коли в стімі зразу переходиш по лінкам самих же ж тих ігор, а не ще вбивати в пошук, типа, і шукати кожну гру по назві. Це незручно.
Get ready to get your groove on with our next title, Mr. Records. Two of the game's designers, who you'll meet in a moment, are also its composers. That is so cool. French developer Glitchies has put together a combination of mechanics and music that'll leave you nodding your head and tapping your feet. Enjoy this world...
Universio Revelio is what people call that now.
I'm not doing that. Enjoy this world premiere of Mr. Records.
Hi, I'm Charles. And I'm Valentin. We are the composers and game designers behind Glitchy Studio, creators of Headbangers Rhythm Royale and Musical Story.
Our small studio focuses on crafting innovative music games, and today we'd like to introduce our new project, Mr. Records. This is George. He has an extraordinary gift. He can travel through music. As soon as he hears the first notes of a record, he's transported into vivid worlds where he interacts rhythmically with the environment and unfolding events.
Ну, лише одна кнопка стрибати і все. Клас! Я би таке пограв. Тупо релакс. Стрибай і все. Ага. Він ніби ще кидати може. Ні, мені здається, тут одна кнопка і все.
When he's not exploring those musical worlds, George runs his record store. Every journey completed becomes a vinyl available for sale in the shop. Your goal is to understand each customer's needs and match them with the right record. Everyone has their own way of expressing what they're looking for, along with a distinct personality. Their stories intertwine with George's, creating a narrative that is intimate, humorous, and heartfelt. Selling records allows you to acquire new ones to play, forming a fresh and surprising gameplay loop.
As composers, this record shop setting is really inspiring, as it gives us the freedom to explore a wide range of musical styles.
So this is George's life, told track by track. Over 45 songs, each tied to a moment, a memory, or a feeling. We had so much fun creating and recording all those songs, and we'd like to give you a quick preview of the result. I'm sitting in my armchair and I don't know what to do or what to say.
Геймпад заряджається. Xbox-івський. Клас.
We're a small team of 4, and we've poured a lot of heart
Клас.
into this game.
Молодці.
There's still so much more to share about Mr. Records, so stay tuned for more updates coming soon. Bye!
Ну я додам собі ту гру.
In the spirit of camaraderie with fellow Canadians, Day of the Devs alums, and makers of
Бля, я ж
Spirit
можу
Bearer,
цей сперти
here is
собі
Thunder
краще.
Lotus with some
Отак.
exciting news.
Hello, my name is Jen, and I'm a game designer.
I'm Stefania, I'm an art director. We're from Thunder Lotus in Montreal, Quebec, and you might know us from our game, Spirit Bearer.
For the past 7 years, we've been working on something quite different. Our latest game, 33 Immortals. How many games have you played?
Майже як,
where
як
you
експедиція,
really
тільки
wanted to
Immortals
play with
33.
How many times have you felt the primal thrill of defeating massive enemies in epic raids without the stress, the grind, or wondering if you're good enough? Welcome to 33 Immortals, our co-op action roguelike for 33 players. No waiting around, you jump straight into the
Щось
action
прикольне.
through instant matchmaking, you tear through hordes of enemies sent by God to punish you, and rebel against the wrath of God.
Immortal 33 ще вийшла в один місяць з експедицією. Мені цікаво, вони обидва знали про свої ж ігри, типа. Ну, вони обидва знали про це. Це піпець.
You use in-game emotes to communicate with your fellow rebels. Combine your strength, whether you're a tank, specialist, ranged, or melee player, and push forward, no matter what. You will die, and that's okay.
Тут онлайн на 33
Because with
гравця.
every run, you grow stronger.
Ага, тому та й суть.
You'll have to.
Чому 33?
What you're up against is nothing less.
То типа в онлайні треба бігати, да? А якщо би я в соло побігав?
And the best part, you never face it alone. You face it together. 33 Immortals releases this summer.
So come join the rebellion.
Я додам собі.
You know, sometimes in life, there are things that just make you want to give up and go fishing. An apocalypse that ravaged the Earth and left us in a world filled with Lovecraftian nightmares and mutants might just be one of those things. So pop on your waders, folks, and grab your lures. From Dream Dock, this is Dreadmore.
Hi, I'm Rostislav Fedorov,
Kyrgyzstan?
CEO of Dream Dog Studio, and today I'll be talking to you about Dreadmore. Dreadmore is a first-person fishing adventure game set in a world where long ago a catastrophe took place, changing the land, water, creatures, and the people who survived. Now it is a dark, dangerous place that is flooded and rotting. As the player, you travel on a fishing boat that is your lifeline in this world, but that also means it is your responsibility to keep it fueled up and repaired. You can go on the land, walk from place to place, and meet the people living in this world. Those people can be quite strange, but you'll find that as you talk to them, you'll pick up quests and learn a lot about the place that they live. The most important part of the game – fishing. We made sure that fishing is not just a simple
Найважливіша
mini-game.
частина гри
You
риболовля.
start by checking the water,
Все,
casting your
почув
line,
тебе.
and then you wait. What happens next depends on
Не
what
додаєм.
Every type of creature needs a unique way to catch them. The right rod, bait, timing, and some need a completely different approach. And if you want to catch the rarest of creatures, you'll need to be at the right place in the right time. Anything you catch can't be sold to traders or broken down to use for crafting. You can also scavenge and salvage materials that you find. Use for crafting.
Що він сказав?
You can also
Що
scavenge and
найважливіша
salvage
частина цієї гри
materials
це
that you
риболовля.
find. You use a harpoon to pull in floating debris. One man's junk is another man's treasure. If you want to go too deeper into the game, you have to craft bait, harpoons, medicine, and gear. Very often you'll need to make what you need from what you can gather by yourself. There are many things we haven't shown yet, and I'm sure that you'll be surprised by what the game has in store, so make sure that you wishlist the game and join our Discord to stay updated and get more information about our game. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome one and all to the world of Dreadmore.
Ну я щось підозрював, бо тому що Киргизстан. Я щось підозрював.
We've got some news from a game we've been following for quite some time. It's from a Canadian studio that knows their
Я
retro.
працював в Туреччині на контракті. То в нашій команді був один танцівник з Киргизстану. Ну і він, ясне діло, російською спілкувався.
Hi everyone, we're the co-founders of Real Games, a small Canadian indie studio. Back in high school, the two of us made a promise to each other that we would one day make a love letter to the JRPGs we grew up on. Games like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Xenogears, the sorts of games that we played right after school, huddled next to a CRT, and the kind of games that decided what we wanted to do growing up.
That was over 20 years ago. A few years back, we walked away from our jobs to actually build the game is called Threads of Time, a turn-based, time-traveling RPG. Some of what you're about to see here today hasn't been shown anywhere else yet.
Прикольно намальовані дракончики.
First look at our time ship, the Needle.
You captain the Needle, and you fly between the eras and gather party members from across history, all in a quest to restore the order of the fallen.
Прикольні намальовані тіпчики.
You can go to the future, you can go to prehistory and see the dinosaurs, and if you'd like, you can even prevent them from extinction and see them evolve through time.
Combat is turn-based, the kind that we grew up on.
Бій
Each character
покроковий, такий,
manipulates
на
time in
якому
their own
ви
way with the
виросли.
goal of interrupting enemies' attacks. How you bend time is key, as are combos between party members. Time is the through line for
JRPG,
our
він
whole
сказав.
game, and you'll definitely feel it in combat.
The team that we've put together still does not feel real to us. We've been able to find all of these JRPG fans from across
Я ніколи не пробував пограти JRPG, взагалі ніколи. Треба попробувати якось.
Games like Shovel Knight and Deltarune and more. We're also super fortunate to work with legends from Japan, whose work on Final Fantasy, Xenoblade, and more is part of why we're here today. We can't wait to share more about these legends that we're collaborating with soon.
Threads of Time represents our lifelong goal to create cherished game experiences, just the way like others did for us back in the 90s and beyond. That's our mission that we set out at Real Games, to craft retro-infused RPGs that awaken cherished childhood memories.
So that's a bit about us and Threads of Time. It means a lot to show a glimpse of what our team has been up to, and we cannot wait to share more.
Thanks so much for having us at Day of the Devs.
Bye everyone.
День розробників. Devs – це девелопери.
It's not often you get to world premiere a game that's been in development for 22 years, but here we are. I first played this game back in 2004. It's since gone on to be released in multiple fashions, and I'm excited to show you the next evolution.
Oh, hi there.
Цікаво, скільки вони дублів знімали, щоб отак приїхати. По центру прям двоє. Ну, спершу я не думаю, що в них вийшло. Ого, Пекмен? Пекмен! Це Пекмен! Нова версія найкращого у світі Пекмена. Ще й онлайн режим.
They're a bit different from other 2D
Ні, ну
platforms.
це прикольно.
Their unique momentum-based movement mechanics that give them their own distinct flavor.
We call it parkour platforming. So you play as a ninja, gracefully and effortlessly flowing through the levels.
It's all about pure distilled gameplay and game feel that you can't get anywhere else.
Я ще й відбивається від платформи.
Is not so much about the hardcore single-player experience. Although there will of course be a solo campaign for you to hone your ninja skills. Instead, this one is about platforming with your friends. And if you don't have any friends, no worries. There's matchmaking.
We've taken our unique brand of acrobatic, virtual athletic 2D action gameplay and used that as a foundation to build 5 fresh, local and online multiplayer game modes. Some game modes are tried and true staples, some are new to the series, and some are new to the world. Mingle player, co-opetitive. With this game, we're really Ouroboros-ing the lexicon.
You'll be running around with your friends, luring enemies into your opponents, making the ultimate sacrifice for your teammates, and hunting each other with rockets.
That's my favorite part.
There are only 3 buttons, so it's an easy game to get into, and anybody can pick it up and play it casually at a party. But there's no skill stealing, so it also supports legit competitive.
Напевно, вліво, право та стрибок.
We like to think of it as couch-ready, tournament-worthy.
We've been making this series for a disturbingly long time, and we're very excited to put our 2 decades plus of game design experience into your hands. This is going to be launching sometime next year on all the platforms.
If you want to get a taste for yourself, please head over to our Discord and sign up for playtesting. We can't wait to play with you and see what you think. And most importantly, please wishlist N+ Infinity x2 on Steam so that the algorithm doesn't hate us.
Thanks so much, Day of the Devs, and
Щоб алгоритм нас не ненавидів.
Bye.
Додайте, будь ласка, список
Sometimes
бажаного.
a game transports you through the looking glass into a world that you can't help but be fascinated by. Our next title, Into the Unwell, does just that.
Сучасна гра, гарно зрозуміла. Sea of Stars. Це, напевно, була якраз на презентація в Кілі. Щось таке пригадую. То я, коли буду додавати ті ігри, то побачу її.
Oh, hello there. My name is Morgan.
Швеція.
I'm working on a small Swedish indie studio called She Was Such a Good Horse. We're working on a game called Into the Unwell. It's a rubber hose roguelite.
Вона 2 роки тому вийшла? Угу.
Hey, dude, you made it! Come sit down. I was just about to tell a little story. Have you ever heard about this very unlucky cat? No? All right. So he was just
Про дуже нещасливого кота.
whole life savings. His dreams of domination ended up in
Ні, ну його пика це піздець. Його фейс. Заради його фейса, блять, пограти в цю гру. Це піздець.
But no, he failed. Anyways, the moral of the story is...
It's always a pleasure to debut games and Day of the Devs that intertwine the personal stories of their creators. This world premiere
Why debut?
is intimately special and worth paying attention to.
Okay, just gonna watch some highlights real quick and check some emails. Where were we? What the hell were we doing? Come on, focus, focus, focus.
I'm Case, and this is Bub, a narrative adventure game about making art, healing, and New York City.
Hey everyone, I'm Todd Anderson. I'm a software artist, poet, and educator based in New York City, and I did gameplay design and code for Bub.
Since I was a little kid, I've always liked drawing, whether that was with pencils or markers or scissors or collage, whatever I could get my hands on, really.
And I wanted to create a gameplay structure that showed off all those different styles in different worlds. The main story takes place in New York City, but Bub is an artist, and he's constantly bringing the player into his memories and into his art. And so you might dive from a pen and ink style New York City directly into a childhood school hallway and into a show choir performance where he's nervous if he'll be able to dance correctly.
It's that approach that gives the game a very textural feeling, and those textures mimic the emotional underpinning of each scene. 3 years ago, Todd and I were making really good progress on the game. We lived in the same neighborhood in Brooklyn, and in the afternoons we could walk to each other's houses and work on Bub. But something unexpected happened, and I got really sick and was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And during that time, I lost a lot of my vision, my dexterity in my hands, and it was basically impossible for me to make art.
Це він за себе розказує?
On our friendship, and I focused on healing. And little by little over time, the old connections that had always existed in my brain, the ones that told me how to make things and how to use my hands, they started to come back. I had a choice. I could keep looking down into the bottomless pit of despair, or I could focus on how many good things had happened to me in my life, how many good people I'd met. I decided to go there and focus on gratitude, and that's become a central theme of the game.
But it's ultimately a hopeful story and about drawing connections between your own hardships and difficulties and using that to connect with other people and appreciate what you have and share it with others. Bub is also a game about New York City. It's a place that both Case and I have lived and made work for over 10 years, and we wanted to capture some of that energy of being a young person, figuring out what you care about and how to say it, alongside a bunch of other people that are just trying to do the same.
We've been lucky to collaborate with our talented friends. Adam Schatz has laid down an amazing blanket of music and sound throughout the entire game. Asher Kurtz has written beautiful additional guitar music for the project as well. Whitmer Thomas, fresh off of his supporting role in the film Weapons, is the voice of Bub.
Life used to feel like a coming of age that was never gonna end. Then it all changes.
And our friends at Some Point Sound have built a rich layer of effects that's really bringing the game to life. We're so excited to share this game with you in 2027, and please follow along with us at our Steam page, and thanks so much.
I
Це
first met
сумна
Matt
історія.
in Iowa over a decade ago when he was making incredible mobile games. He went on to create Secret Hitler, which is a huge success in the board game community. Now he's back with a few friends to make a new video game, and they're here to show
Що
you
я
the
в
world
коментарях
premiere of
прочитав? В субтитрах вірніше.
Hi, I'm Mike Boxleiter, creator of Lazy River.
Woo! Yeah, see, it's working.
Lazy River is a co-op first-person shooter set at the galaxy's most unregulated water park, Water Station 1. The water park is connected by an infinite lazy river that runs the length of the park. Since the water park is on a space station, they can only use special space water. Because of the special properties of space water, you should not pee in the pool. If you do pee in the pool, the pee will go back up into you and turn you and everyone else in the water into zombies.
Nice.
You and 3 friends are at the park for a fun vacation, but one guy peed in the pool, and now everyone else in the park is a zombie that wants to kill you. You'll need to build a raft and ride the lazy river to the other end of the park to escape. The first objective in the game is building your raft. It's your floating base, your greatest resource, and the strongest weapon in the game. Start building by gathering inner tubes and lashing them together. You'll have to leave your raft to scavenge for materials from around the park, however. The whole place is infested with zombies, but lucky for you, once the zombification process is finished, the zombies are vulnerable to water. Fight them with pool noodles, water guns, and water balloons, and make your way back to the raft with your loot. On your raft, you're safe from the zombies. Unless you get some hop-ons. You're gonna get hop-ons.
No, they're jumping on the boat again. Got him. I got him.
If you get hurt, cook up some hot dogs on the grill to regain your strength. Use scavenged materials to craft armor, turrets, and engines for your raft. Make sure to build something balanced and don't make it too heavy. A raft that can't drive straight is a sitting duck. Build smart and create your own custom floating fortress.
There'll be some trouble afoot.
You'll need to choose your path along the river carefully. The robot security forces will set up blockades and strong defenses. Get too close, and they'll shoot out your inner tubes and damage your raft. And make sure not to set off the park alarm system. Setting out the alarm will start the park's self-clean cycle, which will obliterate all organic life in the area. That would really ruin your summer vacation.
It's maybe moving a little faster than we're moving. Hold on. Get me off the boat.
I've been making this game with 4 other amazingly talented devs from across the country. We're excited to announce Lazy River is coming to early access next year, summer 2027. Please wishlist us now on Steam. Thanks so much.
Це мені більше сподобалось, ніж то, що я грав, то репо.
Our next title is as complex and thought-provoking as you'd expect from developers Sunset Visitor. The Vancouver-based studio created Peabody-winning 1000 Times Resist, and their next game is looking just as intriguing, innovative, and slightly unnerving, in the best way. I'm so excited to present Prove You're Human.
I have dreamt so long of my body that I know everything about it. I have dreamt it into existence. They say you think you're human. I am human.
Oh, welcome. My name is Pinky. I also go by Natalie, and I am narrative designer at Sunset Visitor Studios. In our upcoming game, an AI dares to dream that she's human, and it is your job to put her in her place. Prove You're Human is a sci-fi narrative adventure where you play as Santana. You've split your consciousness into 2, and you've been uploaded to a digital world to work. On your first day, you head into the office and you meet a giant face extended off of a mechanical arm. This is Mesa. And day in and day out, you spend time with her. And through doing rather esoteric captchas, you learn more about her as she learns more about you.
My name is Daniel Bolio. I'm an artist here at Sunset Visitor, and my background has mostly been in animation here in Vancouver. My first project in games was a game for the Nintendo Switch called Boreal Tenebrae. Animating Mesa is, we're approaching it in a unique way, where we're trying to have this balance where there is enough complexity in the animation system so that she's able to hit all these poses and expressions and micro-expressions.
Це виглядає стрьомно.
But also have the system intuitive enough that the writers are able to control a lot of that animation from within their writing documents through text-based macros. Having them be able to suggest animations for her to do in the writing document is sort of imperative to how we want to make this game. Some interesting challenges for Mesa is just how big she is in frame. Like I've been finding that really like subtle micro expressions that usually you wouldn't be able to read on a character, they're all you need to convey an emotion on Messaface. She can be very serpentine, she can be very robotic, but she can also be very organic. So there's a lot of different ways that she can be animated and a lot of different kind of modes that Messaface can hit.
Something is different about Messa. In the middle of the night, you catch her muttering to herself about a body. And not just any body, her body. She is certain that she has a body just like you, which is impossible. So, of course, you do not believe her until one day.
This next world premiere hails from Paris, France, from a developer who isn't afraid to peel away the layers of the humanity onion.
Video games. They should always be fun and lighthearted and designed to make us forget about all the worries in our lives, right? Right? Wrong. I'm Florent Morin from the Pixel. We are known for making video games about the most depressing topics imaginable, like forced migrations, or grief, or child abuse. Also, we made one horseback riding game, but this one doesn't count. But why would we do that, you ask? Well, it's not just because we are a bunch of mean, depressed French wannabe existentialists. Of course we are, but we also believe in the power of video games to tell stories that you will care deeply about. Stories we can't afford to ignore. So let me tell you about Ithaca. In this narrative road trip RPG, you play as Penelope, a 30-something environmental rights lawyer who spent the last decade trying to sue big polluting companies and failing miserably. Today, you hop in your car and decide to drive to a place called Ithaca, where you're supposed to meet with friends from the Earth Protection Association you just joined. A perfectly normal thing to do, except there's the boss of a big petroleum company tied up in your trunk. Ithaca starts as a game where you, the player, have to figure out what's going on. From the comfort of your vehicle, you'll be able to call and text Penelope's friends and family. You'll get to know her better as she pretends everything is normal. And as the story is moving forward, you'll gain experience points that will allow you to shape her personality. Depending on your skills, you will pass or fail checks that will open or close new narrative routes. You'll also be able to explore your own thoughts in search for answers about who you really are. Stop in service stations to meet with strangers. Investigate the interior of your car for clues that may have been planted there. Or call mysterious phone numbers to learn info that will shed a new light on the operation you're part of. And in the end, you'll be left with the most complicated question Penelope has ever faced. Will she go all the way and finish what she started? Or will the road change everything? We're not making Ithaca to give answers. We're making it because we're living through questions that feel increasingly hard to avoid. About power, about violence, about the world we live in and how far we're ready to go to defend it. About what still feels possible when nothing seems to work anymore. And we hope Ithaca will be one way to sit with those questions for a while. Carefully and comfortably, from inside a car that keeps moving forward. If that sounds interesting to you, we've just launched a Kickstarter and a Steam page, and we hope to release the game in late 2027. Also, you never know, there might still be a cute horseback riding minigame in there somewhere.
Щось я залип над тією
Ever since
грою.
we first showed this next game, we've been eagerly anticipating its release. Well, have we got some news for you?
Hi there, my name's Will. I'm part of the dev team here at Radical Forge, and we're working alongside the guys over at Crescent Moon Games to bring you Screenbound.
Пу-пу-пу. Ігра в ігрі.
Now, previously on Day of the Devs, Crescent Moon talked about how they initially came up with the idea for Screenbound and showed off some of
Що таке? Що таке? Чого? Чого?
the early mechanics.
Пахнути кави? З такою погодою заснеш?
Present Moon talked about how they came up with the idea for Screenbound and showed off some of the early mechanics.
Ой.
But today I want to talk about the narrative and show off some of the design choices we've made in the game.
Що за прикол гра в грі?
So, for the narrative, you, the player, find yourself in the role of Pavi, on the hunt for her missing mother, Lova. Now, after finding a trans-dimensional device called a Q-Boy amongst her things, you are thrust into another dimension. With the assistance from a questionable guide, Wexler,
А я не
your job
знаю.
is to traverse the Q-realm and solve this land's puzzles,
Чи виходило,
or
чи не
figure out what's
виходило
been
вже.
happening in this place, where your
Перший
mother
раз
is,
бачу.
and how to bring her home. Design-wise, we've shown a lot of our first cartridges mechanics, where we pay
Картридж
homage to
перший,
the
картридж
side-scrolling
другий.
games of old, trying to encapsulate that feeling of nostalgia and familiarity within the gameplay. Keeping mechanics like head stomping and momentum-based movement really makes you feel like you're playing a game from that era.
Я не розумію, як це грати. Це одночасно туди і туди треба дивитись, чи що?
Recently, though, we teased our second cartridge for the game, and this one we wanted to shake things up a little bit and change perspectives from a
Якось це незручно.
type game to a top-down adventure game, reminiscent of the ones from the late 90s, with a whole host of new mechanics, enemies, and challenges to overcome. So
Там
keep
не
an eye out for more
показує,
in the coming
що
months.
є вороги.
That said, we're happy to announce that the game Screenbound will be coming out for release across all platforms September 10th, 2026. But you don't have to wait till then. We actually have a demo going live.
Не знаю, я от дивлюсь на презентацію, я вже заїбався дивитись туди і туди. А якщо би я грав в це? Та ну. Це треба якось в одне місце дивитися. Ну, або так, або так.
This next game's been making the round at PAX and EVO, and we're excited to show the first gameplay footage. It's from Red Moon Workshop out of Austin, Texas. This is Shot One Fighters.
Hi, Day of the Devs. My name's SB over at Red Moon Workshop in Austin, Texas. Our team's been super hard at work on a brand new type of roguelite, with combat inspired by classic fighting games.
Ну, новим
So
типом
check out the
рогалику?
trailer for Shot One Fighters.
Новий тип рогалику. Чи я не так прочитав? Ні, це файтінг. Що за холодильник, блядь, з ракетами? Бать, вона що, дракон якийсь?
And that was a trailer for Shot One Fighters. Currently, you guys can wishlist the game on Steam, as well as follow our game on Kickstarter, which is coming very soon. Thank you guys for watching, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be on Day of the Devs. I also want to give a shout out to our community and our fellow devs working tirelessly to make this game a reality. We cannot wait to show you guys what's coming next for Shot One Fighters.
Макдональдс, там Сонік 3.
Our next title is from Happy Broccoli Games, a small team based in Berlin who are most well known for bringing us the cozy, mystery-solving Duck Detective series. Their new game offers a different type of mystery to solve, and it's a world premiere. People better watch out, because there's about to be an attempted murder around here. This is Apple.
Ну, зачекайте. Я забув переназвати стрім. Це ж вже в нас Day of the Devs. От так. Є.
Crumble. Because there's about to be an attempted murder around here. This is Apple Crumble.
All right, Grandma, here we are.
Don't open the door! It's that prick, Ellen.
Hey, Jessatron! How's my favourite niece?
Hello, I'm Annika from Happy Broccoli Games. You may know us from our games such as Duck Detective, The Secret Salami.
I'm the Duck Detective. I'm here to investigate a case.
It's the salami bandit!
However, today, I'm very excited to be sharing with you an exclusive first glimpse of our newest title, Apple Crumble. The game is simple. It's your grandma's 84th birthday party, and one of your family members is trying to murder her. Could it be your stressed out mom, your midlife crisis uncle? Your younger sister Millie has been acting weird lately. Just ignore the weird man in your bedroom for now. We at Happy Broccoli Games are big fans of thriller narratives. We've been drawing inspiration from things like Agatha Christie, Knives Out, Mouthwashing, and many more. Reconnect with your dysfunctional family, explore your childhood home, and work out who you can trust before it's time for tea. Apple Crumble is a creepy, cozy walking sim. Rummage through your family's belongings and uncover the secrets they're hiding from you. Apple Crumble is a suspenseful, interactive story and will be piping hot out of the oven later this year. We hope you enjoy Grandma's birthday, and remember, everyone is a suspect.
Have you ever dreamt of a game where the main mode of interacting with the world is slapping stuff? Well, your dreams have been answered.
Що?
Check out this world premiere of Turbo Button's new game, Slap Out of It.
Ляпаси, одна взаємодія в
Hi,
ігрі.
I'm Nick from Turbo Button, and I'm excited to introduce you to Slap Out of It, our slap and solve adventure game coming to PC and console next year.
Our world is broken. But at Puzzle, we're putting it back together piece by piece. And we want you to join our family of on-demand experts to solve the problems of our paying customers with a personal touch. Think you have what it takes to be a puzzle-solving ninja? A rock star who's not afraid to get your hands dirty? A loner with no friends or family who'll come looking for you? Then reach out and become a Puzz Pal today. Where you'll apply skills like personal tutor, junk removal, dry docking, commercial plumbing, tech support, caretaking, print-based marketing, whatever the hell this is. We'll slap out of it together.
Slap Out of It is an interactive comedy sandbox filled with silly puzzles inspired by classic point-and-click adventure games. You'll be tasked with exploring a very odd office building, where each floor is a gateway to another world filled with new characters and strange secrets to discover. slapping is how you interact with everything around you. And just about everything and everyone react to your slaps. You'll also find a bunch of useful items along the way that you can store in your trusty fanny pack. Some items have special uses, but of course, you can slap with every item as well. The more you slap, the more you learn about how the world works. But don't expect everyone to be happy about that.
Що він їсть таке цікаве? Я теж це хочу. Що це таке він з'їв? Що він коснув? Що це таке?
But Slap Out of It is our first time stepping away from VR entirely. It builds on some of our past work while exploring lots of new ideas, and it's all meticulously handcrafted to keep you thinking and laughing at the same time.
Що це за блащитка така?
We've spent years iterating, editing, and polishing.
Масло? Та ну нахер.
And we're so proud to say this is our dumbest game yet. We're also excited to be working.
Я щось подумав, що це щось якийсь солодкий батончик, але якийсь типа м'який. М'який батончик, типу. Так, у них такі блочки. Ану назад. Блять, піздець, як я хочу такий стіл. Ногам не заважає, крісло ти можеш підсунути собі. За нефіг. Дві ножки. І дуже широкий. І ще й можна підвищувати і знижувати. Клас. Ось такий стіл має бути. Звичайний, але дорогий.
We'll have more news to share about Slap Out of It soon.
Да, що ті ігри, мені стіл важливий. Подивлюся краще на столи в розробників. Девелоперів, бляха. Ну їм же ж, щоб створювати ігри, то їм треба зручно сидіти за столом.
Hello, I'm Gavin Price, studio head at Platonic Games.
Щоб ти розумів, я навіть аніме дивився і там теж звернув увагу на стіл. Поставив теж паузу і обговорював. І там в нього було аж 4 монітора, блять. На столі.
Ukraine Lady are back, but this time they've traded the platforming for the starting grid. We're hitting the track.
Да, подивитись на оцей стіл. І на те, що я тільки що побачив, це як небо і земля, блять. Це жопа. У мене стіл тупо квадрат, розумієш? Типа, всі площини однакові. Він не є широкий, він просто як куб. Ну? Всі площини однакові. За розмірами.
Our goal has always been to inject a bit of that classic fun and character-driven magic back into the industry. We might be a small team, but we've got a lot of history between us. And as huge cartoon fans ourselves, we can sense when sometimes things have drifted too far from much of what we believe made those experiences so fun in the first place.
Я собі десь в 20-му році оновлював з Ікеї. Найс. За скільки купив?
Super ukulele cart is quick to pick up.
Але це 20-й рік, це, блядь, ціни. Та нема сенсу зараз порівнювати, я думаю. 6 тисяч. Зараз, напевно, 15 тисяч. Той самий стіл, який ти купив. Може 12.
With Super Ukulele Cart, you'll be able to set up races with an unparalleled degree of customization and flexibility, guaranteeing endless ways to compete with your friends to whatever extremes you desire. We can't wait to see you on the track and test ourselves against you too.
Аж взагалі все прослухав, що він говорить.
Thank you so much for letting us share Super Ukulele Cart with you today.
Дякую тобі, що показав, але я тебе не слухав. Вибач.
Finally have it out of the garage and into your hands.
If you'd like to support us, please do head over to Steam to follow and wishlist the game. It truly makes a massive difference.
Щось прикольне, якісь гонки, типу.
We'll also be hosting a series of beta tests very soon, so do keep an eye out for how to sign up. We'd love your help in getting this across the finish line and making the game the definitive karting experience.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the starting grid. We can't wait to reveal more features soon.
160 на 90 ніби дуже глибокий.
All the way from Poland, we've got some news from the creators of The Invincible.
Oh, hi. We are Star Wars Industries, the team behind Into the Fire. It's a cataclysmic
Star Industries, що?
Where you have to navigate
Тоні Старк?
terrain, battle against fire and volcanic demons.
А,
to
там
find
тільки
and
Ки нема.
In order to
Stark
capture
Industries.
the high-stakes pressure of
Я
the
думаю,
sea
що,
and
блядь?
the fire physics itself, we didn't just read the manuals. We took part in a fire safety training and participated in professional research sessions. And honestly, we are probably the most fire-ready team in the whole industry. You could say, in other words, that we truly know how to handle the heat.
It was supposed to be a quiet trip, but this place was already breaking.
Dust Runner here, back in New Syndra. Nothing settled ground shifting, rocks coming down. You'll feel it soon enough. You know what to look for. Bring it back. Don't stop moving.
Дамка є.
Every time we go out there, the island takes a little more. More ground, more paths, more people. And the fire brought more than ash. The locals turned. The cults emerged. And the island fell apart. We bring back whoever we can.
You make the call.
Push further
Going in!
or turn back.
Dust Runner on final. 30 seconds to RV.
Coming for you!
Проти кого ми б'ємося?
Almost there!
So we keep going back. Into.
Щось стріляв, я так і щось не зрозумів. В що він стріляв?
Oh my god, not again. Alright, listen everyone, let's
Подоби
put our
вогню.
skills to the test. Evacuate!
О, що?
No, wait, I gotta put this back.
Що відбувається? Нахер вони роблять евакуацію? Типа в стилі
This
ігри.
next game is the latest in a series of well-known cooperative puzzle platformers. That's right, folks. It's time for another...
Never been seen video game screen.
I don't know about you folks, but he's really trying my patience.
That's not funny.
Фінляндія.
А,
бля. Чи я мав би сюди перенести себе? О, Фінляндія.
In a distant corner of the kingdom, two youngsters stumbled into trouble and unknowingly bound their fate to the realm's greatest heroes.
О, граємо чи як воно там?
Who are you two?
They must have somehow tampered with Trine's magic.
Are they trying
Trine,
to
grime.
approach us? We're just as baffled as you are.
The heroes of Trine are three. Three.
You don't need to convince us. The last thing we want is to be stuck with a trio of fossils.
Магія кофеїну, надай мені сили.
Here goes.
Hold on, everyone. Watch out.
Don't underestimate us.
That's right. What's that? It's another magic beastie.
The more they traveled together, the clearer it became that the young siblings had been keeping secrets. Some of them much darker than the rest.
Клас.
I shall see you soon, heroes.
Трайн 6. Скільки їх там?
Put on your detective caps for our next title. Italian
Шість.
developer LKA is
Я в
known for
шоці.
their atmospheric, character-driven games like Martha is Dead. Their third entry, When Sirens Fall Silent, looks like it's going to be an upgrade of everything they do best. I can't wait to dive into the mystery on this one. Check out When Sirens Fall Silent.
Hi, I'm Luca Darko. I'm the founder and artistic director of LKA Studios, a small 10-person company specialized in deep narrative-based psychological games.
Our first games were The Town of Light and Martha is Dead. When Sirens Fall Silent is our third title. We named this series Storie senza voce, voiceless stories, and through these stories we try to explore forgotten people, voiceless people. We aim to shine a light on their suffering because they deserve to be heard, and also because their stories are still sadly relevant in today's world.
Holy shit, what happened here? You hear that, kid?
I bet he's exaggerating.
Come on, let's get on with it.
When Sirens Fall Silent is a dark psychological thriller with horror undertones set in Italy in the early 1990s. The player takes on the role of Mila, a rookie police officer who is unexpectedly pulled into a major case triggered by the rampage of a serial killer. As the investigation unfolds, Mila becomes increasingly vulnerable, and the boundary between reality and supernatural grows even more blurred. We address many complex and controversial topics that we believe deserve more attention, like human trafficking, addictions, trauma, and misogyny.
That missing girl in the photo. Are we going to save her? It makes me nervous to think she's depending on us.
Yes, I'm sure we'll be the ones to find her. And you will become the new commissioner, instead of that pathetic little man.
I don't know about that. You like to fantasize, huh?
Characters are at the core of When Silence Falls Silent story, and we are placing a strong focus
Мені
on
здається, чи вони тут реалістично прям намальовані, ахуєнно намальовані. Прям реалістично. Типа ніде краще я вже не бачив, походу. І рухаються так реалістично.
The UV lamp has shown up large traces of blood. Why did that man bring me here? It must be an important clue.
Oh, that lagoon is cursed.
Based on players' choices, the protagonist's inner fragilities will gradually emerge and significantly change the way the game's story is experienced.
This is a huge evolution for us as a studio, and we really hope you can feel the passion we are putting in this game as we continue to push boundaries and stay true to the DNA that defines LKA games. Thank you very much for watching.
Well, that's our show. Thanks
Всё?
for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors for making this possible. Thanks to all the developers.
Зараз на
for making
18
this
годину
game
кудись
for us.
підемо,
Thanks
зараз
to
ще
you
далі.
for watching. You can go wishlist these games. That really helps the developers.
Якщо там швидше не почали.
I hope you enjoyed all the electro.
Бо я ще знаю такий досвід, що можуть швидше
That's the
починати.
cool one, right? That's what we're going with.
Ті шоукейси.
To our generous sponsors, without
Швидше,
whom
ніж за
these games
графіком.
would not exist. Battler Games, 47 Communications, the Game Awards, Idea Xbox, Razer, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Summer Game Fest, Thunder Lotus, Unity, Wired Productions, and Exola.
If you don't know who Exola is, they love indie games and are building a brighter future for the industry you love. They connect all the tools, systems, payments, and web shops for the video games industry. Explore all the things you need to launch, grow,
А
and
що я
win with Exola.
пришвидшив?
A super duper special thanks to our pals at Unity. Are you made with Unity? I am.
And a very special thanks to Dose One for all the beats and music in the show. And an extra special thank you to Jeff Keighley for continuing to shine a spotlight on indie games. Day of the Devs is a nonprofit organization that survives and thrives due to generous donations from sponsors, individuals, developers, and publishers. So if you are one of those people and you feel so inclined, we would gladly receive your donation at dayofthedevs.org.
Thanks for watching.